Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Going to work late this morning. Not too late. So I have a couple things I want to talk to you about today. I only have 15 minutes till I get to work, so hopefully I have enough time. Of course, my holder doesn't want to hold. Okay, whatever. The angle might start shifting during this recording, but I don't know what to do. Anyway, so, I was thinking of, I've talked to several people recently. There's the windshield wipers. This is my husband's car. I switch between my car and his sometimes, and I don't know where things are. I've been talking to some people recently that needed advice, selling on Amazon. Somebody I kind of know personally. And there was somebody else that gave them advice to sell things with like baseball, football, whatever, like the famous team names, And I was like, I disagree. They're like, well, that person said that, other people are selling it, so it must be okay. Look. And then that person started showing me. That means nothing. This person I was talking to give advice, let's call him John, I said, John, you never know if they're just getting away with it. They're risking their business. Dumb. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to build a business, because he's starting new, and build it on somebody else's work. That's really stupid. Let me tell you why it's stupid. First of all, besides the obvious reason why it's stupid, imagine John decides, nope, I'm going to ignore Daya's advice and do it. I'm not going to get caught. Eventually, statistics show you will get caught. And so what happens is John decided to go, let's just throw it out, a couple of years, selling these type of things, making a killing, John was making so much that he decided, oh my God, I don't have to work my full-time job. I could do this full-time. Fantastic. So he decided to give us 2 weeks, and now he works for himself full-time. Great. He's building product lines. He's selling, on Amazon, Etsy, it doesn't matter where, and he's doing great. Oh, because of that as well, he decided to buy a new home, because when I tell you he's killing it, he is really killing it. Who would have known? Who would have thought that people want these sports teams on whatever he's selling, So he bought a new home, so a new mortgage, Oh, and then his oldest daughter, who now has to start driving, was going to get his old car, but no, we're going to get her a new car. So what happens? You get used to making the money. John got used to making the money, so your life changes a bit. Dumb. Why? Because you built your business on a not solid foundation. So what happens when you build a house on a non-solid foundation? I don't exactly know, actually, but it's not going to be pretty, after X amount of years. So essentially what I'm trying to say is, eventually, when he gets found out and his account gets shut down, guess what's going to happen? John can't pay his mortgage. John can't pay, the new car he got his daughter. Oh, but she uses it to drive to college. What happens then? It starts to become a very stressful situation, and not pretty. You know the rest of the story, And there's many examples of people building a business on other people's work, but also many examples of you changing your life and utilizing the money you make in your business. I do. I use money I make in my business to fund my life, and if I did not make that, I'm a bad example because we have quite a bit of savings and all that stuff, but nonetheless, an average person examples is that I would be screwed, You would be screwed. And so I would never, ever, ever myself or recommend anybody to chase short-term income, even no matter how high it is, and risk your business. Okay, what is this guy doing? Are you gonna pick a lane? I don't know what he's doing. Is he gonna pick a lane, or is he gonna run me over if I go past him? He's not picking a lane. Let me pass him. Okay, it's rain. People don't know how to drive in the rain. Okay, so I just urge you that if you're out there and you are selling things with others' intellectual property, let me say something right now. It's gonna come bite you in the ass, and it's gonna change your whole world. And you can't come crying to me. Don't come crying to me, because it's just a dumb move. What kind of business gets built on so that's not even yours? It's just not, it's too risky, okay? You build your career sometimes working for somebody, which is built on somebody else's business. Why is that not risky, Dahlia? Because, well, for obvious reasons, okay? It's definitely less risky when you're working for a corporation, whatever. Yes, I know what you're gonna say. People get fired from corporations all the time, 2 weeks, whatever, fired, severance package, whatever. I understand, but we can both argue, agree to disagree, that that is less risk when you work for somebody, okay? So, it's dumb. It's dumb, don't do it. If you are currently doing it, you don't have to say who you are, okay? Just know for yourself. Don't be dumb and just ignore the fact that you're doing it. If you're listening to this and you're doing it, I'm not asking you to call yourself out in the comments. I'm asking you to figure out the same type of business you have, whether you're selling mugs with people's intellectual property on it, or whatever you're selling, you still take the same base, which is mugs, which is wood decor signs, which is whatever you have, and build another business around it. I posted a video on this channel maybe a couple weeks ago, last week or whatever, okay, about doing product research. I posted several different ones, okay? Watch them. It is not impossible to make a lot of money with all this rain. Where did all this come from? I don't like the rain. It's not possible to make a lot of money when you're creating your own stuff. This job is not meant for everyone. This entrepreneurial, whatever this is not meant for everyone. Meaning, you're never going to hear me say everyone can do it. Or, hold on, I'm not getting the grammar right. Everyone possibly can, but not everyone will. Okay, whatever the grammar is. I don't like this fucking truck next to me. All right, sir. I'm not drinking my coffee. I'm recording this on the day of you're gonna see it. Wait, what? The morning of that I'm posting it. And we're in the middle of holiday season. It is December, I don't know, 8th maybe? I actually don't know. But we've been working overtime. We're doing really well. We had a really solid plan in the beginning to make sure we... Am I exiting here? Yes. To make sure that we are never going to fall behind. And so far, so good. We do expect this coming Monday to be a really big day. Okay, relax yourself, windshield wipers. But okay, you don't have to hear my strategy, because by the time you listen to this, there's no time to implement strategy, okay? Because we implemented right in the beginning of holiday season to make sure we were like, we're never gonna zero out orders. It's just not gonna happen. But before we went into Black Friday, we made sure we had the bare minimum. So every day we were coming in with like 300 plus orders or whatever, and then we would reduce it down, not every day, to like 100 something or maybe below 100. It just depends on the day and whatever. And we've been very successful at doing that. So what that means is, while we may still have a lot of orders, nobody's orders is taking longer than 1 to 2 business days, I don't know the math, to get to leave us. Okay, which is really exciting. Of course, there's going to be missing packages, things that are arriving late. It's part of the holidays. It's what it is. Okay. so gloomy today. Are you a person, comment below, are you a person that likes gloomy, rainy weather or not? I don't know why. I can't articulate why. Oh, I like this lighting. A couple of my employees like this weather. I don't know. I just don't. It gets me nervous. I didn't even grow up in Texas, so it's not like I'm worried about flooding. And I am worried about flooding. But it's not like I have PTSD from it or something. Anywho, what is this paper? I just have a few more minutes before I head to work. So let's move on from that. I have a lot more to say about that, but so I'm done right now. You just need to stop. It's a dumb decision. You're going to fail, and it's just a weak ass move by building your business on somebody else's intellectual property. It's not because I'm trying to be the intellectual property police. I do care about that. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's nice to do it, but it's mostly because you're gonna get caught, and then what's gonna end up happening? You're going to build a business, expect this money. You're paying for things in your family. Listen, if you're paying for bills that helps your livelihood, then I'm talking to you. You shouldn't be doing it. Okay. Another thing I want to say before I go to my next topic, piggyback on it, is if you're building a business around things that people can easily recreate. I'm not talking about where people can think that they can easily recreate. Some people are like, oh yeah, I can make this mug, but lo and behold, they really can't. You know, you need a press, you need this, you need that. No. I'm talking about if you are in the same business as another competitor and they can easily recreate what you've made. It's not horrible, by the way. I'm not saying it's the same thing as using somebody else's intellectual property. I am saying it's tough. I don't know the right word. And I say that because then when you create something that is fantastic, right, and people can see it's a bestseller, if it's easily recreatable, somebody can easily recreate it and possibly get to the top of the seller list, okay? Top of the bestseller list, okay? And you might say, yeah, that goes for a lot of products though. Possibly, some are easier than others. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't sell it. I'm saying you better have a good business model, a good backup plan. Meaning, what is your gig here? Is it, oh yes, people can probably easily copy some of my designs, but I have a whole team designing stuff that we create a whole bunch of designs every year, every quarter, whatever, and it's hard for them to catch up, you know, I also not only rely on SEO to get my traffic, I also have my own social media following. Like, what else is it about you that is different so then you can still outbeat your competition? Okay, let's move on. You know, I had a thought the other day. I was talking to somebody else. By the way, I know a lot of these videos I say I talk to somebody, and I never reference who because I don't want to mention who they are. It's irrelevant to the story. So let's say this person, his name is Jenny, okay? So I was talking to Jenny, and she was getting really frustrated on how to figure out why she sells certain products and it requires a special type of printer. And the printer kept giving her errors, kept giving her this, and then her files were not high resolution enough, but she thought she was doing it right. It was like a slew of issues after issues after issues. And I don't know, she kind of was telling me that she was trying to look at some YouTube videos to help, and she's been spending weeks on this, and I can see how frustrating that is, right? To solve one problem, you're spending weeks, which is annoying. But she ended up explaining to me that she's like, I'm not scared of hard work. I I have no problem watching something to help me fix it, blah, blah. But a lot of time I watch these videos and they're going into the reason why and this and that. I just want the solution, right? Okay, I'm not a stranger to understanding that sometimes you just want the no frills, you know, straight to the point explanation. But she gave me an example that did not sit right with me. Where am I going to park? Okay. Because what it told me about her was that she doesn't want to do hard work. She's been doing somewhat of hard work because of the frustration she's been dealing with. But there is the tedious type of hard work that us business owners have to do sometimes in order to push our business forward. You guys know what that is. I'll give you some examples. One of them being SEO, especially if you're doing tons of products. One of them is being redoing SEO, okay? If you did it wrong before, or if you're just updating things. One of them is doing, I have to update all my photos because Amazon told us we have to do white background now. Another one is, and so on and so forth, okay? So that is the boring, tedious work. And I realized something. I realized that if you are not miserable, then you're probably doing it wrong. Hold on, let me park really quick. I'll finish up my thought and I'll head to work. Where am I gonna park? No. Whatever. Okay. Do I need this picture? Okay. So, if you're not miserable, sometimes, not all the time, you're probably not doing very well. Not mental health wise, I meant with your business. I find that most people will have something if you're doing e-commerce, in the realm of e-commerce, that they don't like to do. And if you don't push through it, and unless you hire it out, unless you can afford to, it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible to not be able to sit down and do the boring work over and over again, even if you don't want to do it, and be successful, okay? I have my moments where I don't want to do it. I agree. And that's why I'm on medication now. I told you that before in several videos. I am trying to get treated for my many years of untreated ADHD, and they just upped my dose, and I'm not really sure if it's working, to be honest. But sometimes I don't want to do things, and I realize I have tools and things to help me cope with that, but sometimes that doesn't work or whatever. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about truly in your business, you have things that you need to get done, and sometimes they're boring, and you have to figure out a way to get through it. And if you're newer to business, online business, and you don't know of this yet, you better figure it out, because I am light years ahead of people who started at the same time-ish as me. Probably for several reasons. Actually, definitely for several reasons, right? I mean, there's many reasons, not just one. But one of many, is I was able to build it even before I had staff and work on the hard and boring stuff. I think a key here, before I let you guys go, is learning how to enjoy it, possibly. I think that's a nice tip here, because you might be like, okay, well, I hate it, the boring stuff. What do I do? I would figure out a way to enjoy it. Listening to music while you're doing it, or, I don't know, something. When I was talking to that person, I forgot what I called her, Jenny. There was no convincing her otherwise. I wasn't there to convince her on the phone. I was there to help her. With the problem of printers, even though that type of printer is not my expertise. But I was like, and some people end up complaining and still pushing through. So she may still push through and still eventually do the boring work. I mean, technically she has been, but there was something else that she said. I can't reveal what it was, but that made me believe that even if she does push through and get to it, it'll be a very long road. You ever guys drink coffee enough times that you're just sick of the flavoring? Anyway, have a good day, guys. Bye.